Welcome back to the Compressor Guru. We're here at Reed Brother Rentals in Clearfield. They also have a store in Dubois. Stay tuned. At the end of this episode, I'm going to immediately put up some footage of their facility and everything they have for rent and for sale. So after this episode, the next thing to be up on our channel will be their episode. I'm here today with Les Ball. Thank you for having us here. Les is the chief repair everything technician. He's the engineer in charge. He is the man. You know, it means a lot. A company like this can't run without a guy like this. So, Les, we have a 185 Kaiser compressor right here. This is a tow behind. This is gas or diesel?
Diesel.
This is a diesel machine. And these go out in rentals to sandblast, to run jackhammers, or to back up factory air. If a factory's main compressor goes down, they'll tie this in and run it while I'm out fixing their machine. Hopefully it's me fixing their machine. And anyway, let me ask you, if you have a problem with this machine, how do you know it?
Customer tells you.
Okay, and they come in and they say, okay, it's blowing oil through my tools. What do you do?
Usually we put a new filter in.
Okay, I sell those filters, so contact me next time you need one.
Okay.
Okay, so that's this is actually the separator filter, and it separates the oil back from the compressed air once it goes through the machine to lubricate it. What if the customer comes in and says it doesn't make enough air for me?
We haven't had that issue.
Well, I'm going to guess this is going to test well, but if you think it's not making enough air, how would you know?
Well, run a tool and see how well it runs. That's the only way we'd know.
Okay.
And they say there's an adjustment here, but we've never had to touch it.
That's your pressure adjustment.
Yeah.
And you don't want to touch that because they got that factory set.
So once we do that, that's nothing.
Right.
Yeah, plus if somebody gets injured after I turn that,
right.
Then I'm in
and I see they have that sealed so they know if somebody turns it.
Yep.
So, but let's say somebody comes back and says, this machine doesn't seem like it's making enough air. You don't know how to do anything except plug a jackhammer into it, and maybe the jackhammer only takes 100 CFM. It seems to work okay for you, right?
Yeah, unless it's not making no air at all.
Well, then you know you have a problem.
Then you know you got a coupler or something like that.
Right. So we have a tool. This is called an Orifice Gauge, and I put this together myself, and we're actually going to get a couple of these made and have them ready to sell to the viewers. And there's some laws of physics. That's a 3/8 inch orifice right there. There's laws of physics that you can only push so much air through a 3/8 orifice at a certain pressure. So what we do, we take and we hook this to the Chicago coupler. We hook this to the Chicago coupler, and we turn the machine on. And let me tell you, when you test your machine, you always test it hot. So we're going to warm it up and let it run for a while. You always test your machine hot. So we're going to hook it up. We're going to let it warm up, and then we have a chart. Well, I'm going to put a chart up on the screen here in just a split second. This chart tells you that if you go from the 3/8 on the side over to 185 or whatever number's there. So we're going to put up in a second here the chart that we're going to use to determine if this machine is healthy or not. That the 3/8 orifice will read 184 CFM at 90 PSI. The 1/2 inch orifice, we will change this and we'll try it again with a larger orifice, and the 1/2 inch orifice will read 45 to 50 pound, and it will be putting out between 181 and 198. So probably about 46 pound if this is making 185. Anyway, we're going to fire this up. We're going to put, folks, we're going to fire this up. but it's time to put your hearing protection on. This is extraordinarily loud. I may kid around about working with brake clean and not wearing gloves, and I may not be wearing steel-toe shoes all the time like I should, but I do wear my safety glasses, and when I'm around equipment like this, I do use hearing protection. So we're going to fire it up, and we'll overdub it later. So this is where you find out Bud is the screw up and the guru knows what he's doing. Bud thought he had a 3/8 inch orifice on here, and as we throttle up and put the pressure through the orifice, we realized it was a 1/4 inch orifice. And the reason it only turned up to 105 pounds is because if you look at this chart, you'll see that we weren't using the whole capacity of the compressor. The compressor idles down when it reaches full pressure at about 120. So the control system started to idle the compressor back and would only let it make 105 pounds through the 1/4 inch orifice. And you can see where the chart is on this. And that's why we carry different orifices, because Bud makes mistakes and the guru fixes them. In a moment, we are going to put the 3/8 inch orifice on that we thought we had on initially. And I left this in. I could have cut this out and not told y'all, but the lessons here to be learned that, yes, we can even check the control system by putting too small of an orifice on and seeing that the machine does idle back and run properly when it's not using all of the air that it can produce.
Or just the end?
Just the end.
Okay.
3/8. This is the 3/8 inch orifice, and as you see on the orifice chart, we should be making 90 psi through the 3/8 inch orifice, and that would equal about 184 CFM. However, we did not know this, nor did Les know this when we came to demonstrate this orifice gauge for you, that this machine was actually not performing to full potential. We've talked about it since, and we're going to change the separator filter. We believe the separator is somewhat dirty and restricting the output of the machine, and that will be perhaps another episode. We don't know yet. But by running the orifice gauge on this, we found out that this 185 CFM machine is only producing about 140 CFM. If you look at the chart here, you will see that 60 to 70 PSI is making 129 to 147, and we're just under 70 PSI on this gauge. So I am guesstimating, speculating, surmising, surmumptioning that we are making about 140 CFM. So this machine is actually operating about 20% off of its full capability. Now that the 1/2-inch orifice has been put on the tool, we are showing 35 pounds, and that shows us by this orifice chart we're still at 149 CFM. You notice we gained a couple tiny CFM, a little bit of pressure on our reading, because the nature of compression at lower pressures, you may gain a little bit of volume. So we are still guessing that the separator is clogged by using multiple orifices and getting different pressure readings. We're doing nothing but confirming that, and we're showing you that you know, an orifice gauge is an extraordinarily useful tool. If this machine were running properly, it would have registered right around 45, 46 pounds to have the 181 to 185 CFM that the machine is capable of. So, anyway, that's your pin.
Yep.
So Les, I thought we were going to find a perfect machine here today, but I think what we found is you got a separator that's starting to get a little bit dirty and needs replaced.
Okay.
We came over here to demonstrate this tool for the viewing audience and to Reed Brothers, and we found a problem. And
that's what it's designed for.
that's exactly what it's designed for. So if you own a rental company, or if you're diagnosing big compressors or even small compressors, I'll talk about that later, because we can sell a orifice that goes down to where you can check your 5-horse compressor to see if it is pumping properly also. The procedure's a little different. This is turn the valve and it's on. With when you have a tank mounted compressor, there's a couple more things you have to go through, and I'll explain that to you later. We're going to go inside and film a little more, but so you can see how the pressure and a sized orifice can tell you what you need to know with these larger machines. Les, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you letting us come in. I want to thank Reed Brothers, locations in Clearfield and Dubois. We're going to put a video up right after this episode of, we'll call it an advertising piece, but a puff piece with all your equipment on it. And thank you. God bless. Have a great day. Like and subscribe. Do all of those YouTubey things. Yes, camera wife.
And we apologize for the wind that went shh.
And the traffic up 200 feet from us.
Well, I'm not apologizing for the traffic. That's what keeps these guys in business.
Yep. That's why you put it here.
Have a great day, everyone.
Right after this video, come back to our channel and check out the next video that we're putting up. It'll be a lot of the equipment sitting around here at Reed Brothers Rentals, and we would encourage you to patronize this great business. Check our description for contact information for them. Thank you. God bless. Have a great day.